The beliefs of a white supremacist who has compared himself to Adolf Hitler's deputy were laid bare in a Christchurch court today as he was jailed for spreading footage of the mosque attacks. Philip Arps, who runs Beneficial Insulation, a firm that uses neo-Nazi imagery, was sent to prison for 21 months after admitting 2 charges of distributing objectionable publications. Conan Young was at the Christchurch District Court.
Philip Arps was arrested just a few days after the March 15 mosque shootings and has been kept in solitary confinement in prison ever since. He appeared in court today wearing a prison-issued tracksuit, briefly acknowledging 3 supporters sitting in the public gallery with a smile. It was revealed that as well as forwarding footage of the massacre to 30 people, he asked another person to add crosshairs and a body count to the video to, in his words, lighten it up and make it funnier. Crown lawyer Shivani Dayal said prison was the best place for Arps to stay.
In light of the defendant's extreme ideological outlook, the rigidity of his views and his lack of remorse and the nature of the offending being secretive and hard to detect, the Crown submits that there is little prospect of rehabilitation and a sentence of home detention is not appropriate.
Arps's lawyer, Anselm Williams, said it was important to sentence his client for what he'd done, not for his views.
While Mr Arps holds views which are not necessarily those held by a majority of members of the public, they are views which he is nonetheless entitled to hold and express, so long as he doesn't step over the line and commit a criminal offence.
It was clear early on in Judge Stephen O'Driscoll's sentencing remarks that the chances of Arps being released from prison today weren't good.
I do not believe that an electronically monitored sentence would achieve the purposes and principles of sentencing. Secondly, while you have pleaded guilty, I do not see any indication of any remorse on your part. Third, the prospects of rehabilitation or you changing your views on religion or race are virtually non-existent.
The judge didn't want to share all of the political statements from Arps contained in the pre-sentencing report, but did talk about the businessman comparing himself to Adolf Hitler's deputy, Rudolf Hess.
Your offending glorifies and encourages the mass murder carried out under the pretext of religious and racial hatred.
Arps regularly interrupted the judge during the sentencing.
It is clear from all the material before me that you have strong and unrepentant views towards the Muslim community.
Religion and the whole thing.
Please don't interrupt while I'm speaking.
The judge noted that when Arps was asked for his opinion of the video, he said it was, quote, awesome.
When you were asked about the deaths of the victims involved in the attacks, the summary of facts says that you showed little empathy and replied, I could not give a mate.
The judge was only willing to give Arps a small discount for his early guilty plea.
Your actions in distributing the video the day after the attack, when families were still waiting to hear where the family members had been killed, demonstrates particular cruelty on your part and callousness on your part.
It's not the first time Philip Arps has been in front of the courts for hate crimes. In 2016, he was convicted of offensive behaviour after delivering a pig's head to the door of the El Noor Mosque. A video he posted on social media not long after showed him bragging about his crime and calling for Muslims to be killed. RNZ visited Mr Arps's insulation business today. Nobody was there, but the neo-Nazi imagery that previously appeared on his work vans had been painted over. Arps's lawyer has indicated he will appeal his sentence. Kei o tau tahi aho, mō te hōtaka o te ahi nei, ko Conan Young tēnei.